My dream car right there. Ooh. Shit. I just. What's up, guys? It's Kid Kendall here, and current situation. I'm underneath a Ford. Yes, a Ford, because everyone's favorite place to be is underneath the Ford. But anyway, right now I'm doing a service on my buddy's transmission, and I'm gonna just give y'all some tips and tricks on how to service this here transmission on the Ford. I changed the starter yesterday, and pretty much it's 3 bolts. One at the top is a bit hard to get to, but it's doable with the right tools. And you just gotta pull that out, pull those 3 bolts out, disconnect the ground and the hot wire and that ignition wire. Ground, hot, ignition, and you could get it right out, swap it out, type shit. All right, so right now I'm working on the trans service, and saw in the video, use some aluminum foil and just tuck it in there and wrap it under there, because with these F150s you have to drop the pan unless you have the updated pan with the bolt in the bottom to drain it with the drain bolt. You have to drop the pan, and pretty much to avoid getting transmission fluid everywhere, I put this foil right here because the transmission has like a little slope on it. The transmission is at like a slope, so you want to undo the bolts in the rear first and then work towards the front, so that once you get these at the front off, it'll open up the rear and start draining from there, to avoid getting oil everywhere and all on yourself. So what you're gonna do is get some aluminum foil and tuck it under there so that it catches oil as best as you can, and instead of dumping behind or on the exhaust, it will drain out in front of it onto the drip pan. So I'm gonna undo the rest of these bolts and get this oil drained. Also, this right here, right on top, this is the front of the engine right here, or the front of the transmission. This is the front, this is the rear. As you can tell, your what do you call it? Your dipstick is right here, in between the. If you're looking at the front of the vehicle, it's going to be on your passenger side, and that's where your dipstick is on the transmission. It's on the front passenger side of the transmission. So before you do anything, you want to make sure you can break this loose. This is a 19mm bolt, and I already cracked it loose, made sure it was good to go. And now what I'm going to do is finish pulling the rest of these bolts out of the pan and start to drain the oil. As you can see, it's already starting to drain, and I still have these 4 bolts, or how many is that? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts at the rear, at the front of the transmission still in, left to take out. So, and it's already started draining down. So I'm gonna let that drain as much as possible before I completely pull the pan off, so that I can avoid making as much mess as I can. So I bet if I start to pull this down a little bit more, it's gonna come. Yep, look at that, more is coming out. Oh, why didn't I put on my gloves? Alright, y'all, I got all the bolts out, and I'm gonna see. I'm Big Kendo, so I'm gonna see if I can do this with one hand and show y'all something. But I should be able to drop this out low enough to get past there without spilling shit everywhere. Boom, yes. Now I can slide it back towards myself. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, give me a second. I need my hand to get this filter out. Oh! Now we can lower this thing. Still doing it one-handedly. The foil fell, but it's alright. And look at that. It's draining out. Just look at it. Would you look at it? So what I did while I reached up was to take the filter out of there because it connects in that hole right there. If you can't see, I'll make sure y'all. But the filter goes in there, so I pulled it down so that I can slide it forward and get it down. And now I'm gonna pull this pan out of here, check the magnet, so forth, so on, and get the new gasket put on this pan and put it all back in. Tight shit. All right, I'm taking the two magnets right here. Got a little bit of metal shavings on it, but nothing out of the usual. I'm gonna clean these magnets off and get this oil pan cleaned up. The filter doesn't look too bad. He didn't get a new filter for it, so I'm gonna just clean that up as well without damaging it or ruining it. And we'll get this put back in and get the transmission fluid filled back in there. But all right, y'all, I got the filter cleaned up, got the paint, and it will be a little drop of oil in there, but that's from the filter. Did not replace the filter this time, but when the oil pan gets upgraded, there will be a new filter as well. But for the time being, I'm just servicing the oil and got to get this put back up in here. So let's go. Oh yeah, and make sure you put the magnets back in. This has been serviced before, I can tell, because there's an extra magnet in there, and I don't believe it has two. I'm pretty sure it only comes with one, but we got two. My dream car right there. Shit, I just nutted. Okay, but anyway, I believe this is an extra magnet in it because they usually only have one magnet in them. But there's nothing wrong with that. We got an extra one to catch all of the metal shavings that we can. Even if you can stay. Alright, we got all the bolts in. This picture quality is trash. Got all the bolts in. The only thing left to do is pull this fill/check oil level check out and fill it up with oil until it starts dripping out. That's generally what most people do. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'll be back. What's that song from Fast and the Furious? Pump it up. Tight sheet. Yep. Ooh. Gotta get tall to get up in here. That's it, ain't it? I forgot that you put that exhaust on. That thing sound good, boy.